Evening everyone, it's Ryan here, and I thought tonight what I'd like to do is take you through how to use a credit card using your crypto to actually credit at a site. So what I mean by that is in my RoboForex, which I've got here, I've been using this card here this last week. So if I take you to my accounts and I actually want to deposit funds, and this is in the UK, you'll see that I can actually use a bank account, a bank transfer, and an internal transfer, but there's no option to actually use any crypto. If you look here again, payment schemes here, Visa, MasterCard, Unlimited, MasterCard, as well as Visa Pay and MasterCard Pay. So that's a problem for me in the UK, especially if I want to get my funds out, say withdraw them and get them. I mean, it takes like 3 to 5 working days if I want to do a withdrawal. So the way to get around that is to use a MetaMask credit card, so that you would have to credit with your funds and make sure that you've actually got enough funds, and then you can credit that way. So I'm going to take you through, and this is exactly what I did. As you can see, I started on the 27th here with my first transactions. I credited my RoboForex with $10 on the 27th. So if we take you through here to the 27th, let's go down to my funds, and we'll go to transactions, and we'll have a look here, and you'll see on the 27th here, where is it, the $10, you'll see all the details here, 27th, and it was actually credited to my account via a Visa, MasterCard. So it picks it up quite nicely. Now I'll keep this page open because what I'm going to show you now is a couple of other details that match that up to show you as well if you're still not convinced by this. Take note also, what I did is I used that as an online transaction because it's got the MasterCard logo. So I did the RoboForex, as well as I went to Tesco stores. So if you have a look here, you'll see that I actually got a notification here with Tesco stores, and you can see that 8796 matches up with the same number that you saw in the RoboForex. So there again, it shows you that MetaMask is actually showing me that I spent $1.99 in USDC. Okay. And this is the lovely receipt, so thank you very much. I got my nice Kit Kat. I was actually trying the mocha flavor, which is pretty nice. So if you live in the UK, go grab yourself one. It actually tastes very nice. So there's the 150. So okay, so let's go back to what we were talking about here. So if you see, we've got $2.86. It obviously shows you the details here in GBP, in Euro, and USD as well. Okay, so when you do spend the money in a shop, say like in the UK, it will convert that, as you saw on the notification here just now on my screen here, where it showed you I spent $1.99. okay, and it converted it to, or vice versa, the £1.50 was converted to the $1.99. Okay, so the next thing what I want you to show you is, if you see that 286, you're going to be very careful of what this USD C is. If you look at and you hover over here, you'll see that you got USDT, and that's in the base network. Now that is very important, because if you use USDT and you've got credit amounts in another network, it will not show up on this card. And that's also dependent on what you actually have chosen when you set up your card. So I chose my MetaMask with the base network, and that's why I'm going to credit the USDT base network. Okay, so that's the first piece. So what I want to do is I want to credit this card, and I'm going to show you how to credit this card with the funds, and then we're going to deposit into my RoboForex, and you'll see the process in action. Okay, so if I open my MetaMask account, and I've opened it, and now what I want to do is, this is the amount of ETH that I've got at the moment. I want to do a swap. So what I want to do here is I'm going to do a swap to what we said is the base. So we're going to go to USD C. I believe that was it USD C. And also we want to check that this is your network, so make sure that you've got the base network which is applied, otherwise it's not going to work. And we said confirm, always double check USDC. So we've got USDC, and that's where the 285, as you can see, it's matching up, it's rounded up to the 286. Okay, so we've got 28856. Okay, and that's what we've got here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I want to select the amount. So I want to convert that. Let's see what how much we've got here. So we wanted to convert, say 10. Let's see what it was. So 0.00. Let's go 3. Let's see what that is. So we want a bit more than that. So we want 4. Yeah, that's not too bad. Let's go with that. So there's my swap fees. It's telling me all the details. Sorry, not the network fee here of 65 US dollars, or yeah, 65 cents, and that's the amount that I'm actually going to do in the swap. So you'll see that 1186 will actually appear with the 286. So if we go what's 11.86 plus 2.86, we'll see that you should have a balance of around 1472 when I've done that transaction. So I'll bring that aside for a minute. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to swap that. Okay, so we'll just wait for that transaction to finish, and then what we'll do is we'll check the balance in a minute to see if that actually matches up to the 1472. So yeah, give it a couple of moments, and I'll come back in a minute. Oh, that's actually done. It's brilliant. It's completed. So let's go back here. We'll do a refresh in a minute, and let's see what's actually happened to us. And there you go. So there it's exactly what I said. It's confirmed. It's put 1472 in my account, which is exactly what we were looking for. Okay, so that's the first piece, to make sure that you actually have funds sitting on your card. So then the next thing, what you want to do is I wanted to go into my funds here, and I want to deposit funds. What I'm going to do is I want to use a credit card. So I'm going to use a what is it, Visa, MasterCard. Okay, and then what I want to do is I'm going to put $10 into it, USD, and I'm going to continue, and yes, I want to deposit that. So we're going to go deposit, and now we'll just wait for this to get its thing going. Okay. So what I'm going to do, let's check if that's the correct one, 8796. Let me just check that. I'm just going to pause the video because it'll obviously have my sensitive details, so just bear with me. Okay, so yes, those are the correct details. If you remember my 8796 card here, 8796, that number there, that matches up fine. There's my details that I'm gonna put in here, and it's gonna do what it's supposed to do, and you'll see it starts processing, and we just wait for a short moment. And let me just get a text here. Okay, so let me just wait for 1 minute. So here are my details that I've just put into the account. That was based on a text message that I got onto my phone, and there you go. So there you can see I've actually put my $10 into the account. So if we go back to the shop, and you'll see now, if I go to the transaction history, you'll see that I've actually credited my account with $10. And that's how we actually get around with the crypto, and I've actually deposited via my MetaMask credit card. So if I go back and I look at the card, and I'll do a refresh. You should see $4.72 now. Okay, and there you go. Okay, so it's taken some money off, which is correct for the network fee. So I got $4.61 left over on it, and there's all the details that you can see that we've just done that of 12:44, which matches up in a minute ago. So that's all good news. Good. So hopefully that helps you all, showing you how to get around the system with certainly with RoboForex, but also how to actually load funds onto your MetaMask account, and just making sure that you do have the correct network before you load your funds. Okay, any other queries or anything else that you need to know, please get in touch, and I certainly will help you further. Okay, take care for now. Bye.